Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Huron County here in Farming Simulator 25. As you can see, I'm kind of in the middle of doing some mulching. It is September time frame. So the two fields that I harvest plus the one that I accidentally let, rot are all getting mulched. I got the lime spread before I mulched. This one in the other big field, you can just kind of tell the lime has been done because of the outside, and it's kind of been covered over with the residual crop that has been mulched. This one, on the other hand, the crop seems to be disappearing and not covering up the lime, so it is what it is. I got some stutters, so I'm not sure if it's because, I'm still trying to load a few things in, or because I'm not really running off a fresh restart like I normally do. I could just look at the water all day in this game. This is one of two bridges that we have added to our map, to our farm. The other one is a little bit farther down. But I didn't remove... Well, okay. I removed, I think, only 2 buildings so far? And I replaced the third... Well, technically, I replaced all 3 of the buildings in question, but this one, we had a barn very similar to this. I think starting out, I replaced this with this one that actually is designed to hold bales. It's a bulk haul. We have a nice little fenced drive here on one side and our chickens on the other. I love this coop. Hey, what are you doing outside? Get your butt inside, or are you stuck? At least we don't have the floating chicken effect like we did on the one map for where I put it. This is the home that I swapped out to. I like homes with interiors. What can I say? I don't have my pickup truck over here. And there's a train. Oh, excuse me, a train coming. Wow. So we have a beautiful home. Can I turn lights on in every room? Shows how prepared I am. No, that turns it on out here. There we go. Squeeze in through there. Turn them on in the kitchen. Over here, I believe, is into the garage. Yes, it is. Where we got our Mustang. Well, as the game puts it, lizard muscle, but it's got, like, in my opinion, like a Charger-esque back end, and the rest of it looks to be like a Mustang. But maybe some of the older Mustangs had a back end like that. Of course, we have a nice Chevy seat in here. Gotta have it. Why do I feel like I'm... There we go. I felt like I was hunched over. And these doors don't open in this home. Just on the garage. Our master suite. With our bathroom. I can open the wardrobe, but I can't open the wardrobe, as in the doors. But that's fine. Crap, sink's getting plugged up again. But beautiful look outside the window when you're just relaxing in the tub. I don't know if I'm a big fan of Master Suite being right off the kitchen, but, if it means the kids are on the other side of the house, then they're on the other side of the house. So we do have a bedroom, or no, I'm sorry, my office is over here. Can't even get my own mindset going. And we did put some bushes out front, kind of block the view when I'm in here trying to either relax or do some work for the farm. Yeah, it can be a little bit of heck. Do I have any doors over here that open? It would appear not. Why? Can't you have at least one bedroom for that? Jeez. No lights over here anyway. So a beautiful home. I do love it. We even have an outside as the door shoves me that way. Outdoor relaxing area. We got plenty of frogs in our little pond here. Creek-fed pond. Or maybe it's the outflow for the creek and it's a spring underneath down here. However you want it. You can hear the frogs in the background. Ooh. It says turn on shed lights. Those aren't shed lights, those are outside lights. But I do like it. We've kind of cleaned up the path a little bit. I definitely need to get out here and mow, though. That is for certain. So I still have this horse barn over here. I've not moved the one lone horse that we bought that I cannot find for the life of me. So I'm hoping that I can get him loaded up. But we've sort of kind of converted the very front part of this property to be more so for shop space. So we have a few spots here that we can get set up to sell, you know, our products that we make. In a couple different spots. This is Granny's farm shop. So not necessarily mine, but my parents wanted a spot over here. So I definitely allowed them to have a spot. We have a little market. I do have a spot over here so we can, as we make, I think it's bags of firewood, we can put them out here and sell them. And this one is more so for the kids, so that way they can do, you know, we're going to be, once we get rid of this, I'm going to have several different gardens over here. And then this is just kind of overflow for everything for those two. So we can technically sell products to this and it'll fill it up, and in turn we'll fill those up. That's my thought. I know that's not the way it's actually going to go. Just, yeah, that's the way we're playing that. What I ended up doing with this entire grass pasture area that we had is I completely removed all the trees and I completely leveled it, because down that end the ground was not level at all. Looked like it from the air, but it was not level. So we do have our machine here to make firewood. So as we deal with logs, and I think the back half of it, back half of our farmland, before we get into the field, I'm going to start planting trees back there so we can harvest them and start, you know, making firewood. We can start making, you know, lumber, so that way we can turn around and sell it. Because in this market, I think we can make a killing off of it. So we do have a little RV trailer here. Haven't had a chance to use it yet, but I think this will be a nice addition. And we do have our shed here. And what you're hearing is our weather station here. So stuck it over here off to the side so that way it's technically being fed and ran off the solar power and we don't have it attached to our grid. So that is the idea behind that. And in our shed, we have our Kubota L3901 and all of its attachments in their wonderful orange glory. I love orange. We'll just turn the lights on in here so you can take a look. We currently just have it set up for mowing because I do need to get on it and get out there and get mowed. It just got done rating not too long ago, but we can definitely mow when it's, or not mow, we can mulch when it's raining with at least a particular tool that we have. So every once in a while we'll get a clog somewhere where we don't want it, but that's about it. So we do have our horse paddock here in the front. And we do have our training grounds here. And the idea by having it out here in front is if anyone in the county is interested in, you know, buying a horse and not having an outright spot to keep it for the time being, that is what this is for. As you can see, the horses have a beautifully large meadow to roam around in. Plenty of tree coverage for them. They'll be well taken care of. I mean, just look at the stalls that we got for them. Plenty of bedding right now. So nothing to be concerned about with that. Their feed will definitely be more than filled on a daily basis. And not to mention, either myself or Paul or any other helpers that we get will be riding them daily, cleaning them daily, and ensuring their overall exercise and training stays up to par. So, not really much of an ad for that, but you know, that's what we're rolling with. Again, roleplay. So we do have 70,000 liters of straw, which is what we pulled from the fields from harvest. This is just a storage unit for them. And the reason why it's up here is because I feel like my horses may use up a good chunk. I know our cattle all the way in the back probably will as well, but yeah. So I did throw in this fence here because I kind of want to have this area be separated from the rest of the farm. This is more so for public access. I don't have any gates because, well, sometimes I'm not a big fan of gates. A lot of times they tend to stay wide open, so why have a gate? Though if we end up having issues because of what we got going on up here and people, coming farther back than they should, then we may install gates. But for the time being, no. You may see all the way up there in the distance, we did replace the windmill that was there. So, oh, I see the dealer brought over my horse trailer. Not sure why I didn't see that earlier, but I ordered this guy and they said they were gonna have someone in the area or coming through the area and that they'll just deliver it. Ooh, is this my new plow with roller? Okay. I was told that that might be a good investment, not only to have a plow, but to immediately roll it right after. So we're going to give it a shot. See what it does for our fields. This is one of our many production sites here. This is almost a catch-all, all-in-one production. It's not quite all-in-one, because there are a few production things that this does not do. But we'll cover the other rest of them shortly. So, I did, as you can tell, this is a building that I had added. We do have a repair parts and whatnot here in the back. So if I do need to actually repair anything, we're just going to bring them through these doors. And we have plenty of room back here. So if we need to, say, unfold that and do work on it, we can even back it up through this door, open it wide up, and we got all our tools right here, and we don't need to worry about it. Plus, we're undercover, and we do have a TV under there, so that way, if there's a big game going on, we can always keep that going in the background. So, that's our diamond disc there. I haven't had a chance to try this particular one, so hopefully it works out great. Same with the Kinsey. Can you tell I love orange yet? Yes, that is orange. It's almost like a reddish orange, but it's almost like my pickup truck. It's my pickup truck that I own in real life is a Dodge Dakota, and the color, I believe, is called a sunburst orange. I just love it. Depending on if it's sunny or not, depends on what color really pops. Is it the red, or is it the orange, or a mixture of both, depending on where your eyes land. So, our cattle barn. I've added the milk here. So, that's for milk expansion. Where are... Oh, are the lights in here? Lights in here might be automatic. I don't remember. But these are our milking stations here. I don't believe our cattle are old enough just yet to produce milk. But we got some babies, as you can see right here. So they're still learning to walk, right, and everything like that. And then we have the oh, you don't have to get up because of me, but that's a weird spot to lay when you got, sand and hay, straw bedding here. This does have an automatic feeder, Though with this particular barn, it's a little odd. Some of the other ones that I know I have, as far as mods go, you have a legit dumping spot for unloading all of your material. But this, the only thing I really have an issue with is the mineral feed, which is right here. I have not tried to load it with an auger yet. These guys I was able to load with a front loader. So I at least got that. But like I said, the mineral feed, not so much. So to kind of offset that, because I don't know if this is going to work without mineral feed. That's my concern. All right, so this is our fermenter, so we can put in grass and or hay, and it'll ferment for us. Since our manure pit is underground, this will help us get it pulled out and clear it out once in a while when we need to spread it on the fields. As of right now, there's only 208 liters, apparently. So not much. Those cows don't eat quite enough. We do have a dryer here to turn grass into hay. And then this is our TMR. This will make our TMR, so... All right, so right now for the mixed ration production, however you want to say it, to make TMR, we just have mineral feed right now in here. All the hay, I believe, most if not all of the hay and straw that I own, I went ahead and put into the into that shed, so that way hopefully we can get that running, but I doubt it. So as I do the ground, mow the ground. Wow, I can't talk right. I'm sorry, guys. My brain is just going a million miles a minute in 30 different directions, and things just haven't been able to coalesce yet. That's why I'm doing this so late, and it's going to become late coming out. Hopefully, I'll still be able to get it out today. On Thursday, that is. Anyway, that's kind of why I need to mow the grass on my entire property, so that way I can get the grass, so I can make the hay and make the silage, so that way I can start to make TMR. Straw, I'm kind of short on at the moment, but everything I know is completely full as far as the animals are concerned. So that's kind of what I'm getting at with that. We're checking out some of the productions that we got going on here. This is our, well, they call it a flower crusher, but this thing basically will create mineral feed and several different types of flour, whether it's oat, rice, sorghum, or wheat. So we're doing that in hopes of being able to take our crop and sell it at a higher price, because we produce it into something else that, the everyday public can use. We'll put it that way. So it is currently running. We do have a little bit of everything going right now. And right now it's all being stored. So I did throw in a weigh station, so that way as we have people hauling out of our silo, whether it's us so we can keep better track of our inventory, as well as making sure our trucks are, at weight in case they could come across a county mountie. Or anyone else for that matter that we hire to run our product. They know that they are legal to be driving out there on the roads. Man, if only me saying on this on a scale would actually show that. Or at least, something a lot less than what it is. And then, of course, we do have our water distributor. Water pump with distribution. So... And I know I said that we have a couple more productions on this farm, and they are here towards the back. So I do like the way our farm turned out for this one. Ooh, I forgot to complete this out a little bit. We do have a cement factory back here. Not quite the farthest point that we could have put it away from the house, but it's far enough back. There's enough buildings, trees, whatnot to help hide the sound whenever this is running. This is more so, to deal with any stones that we have. If we have any wood chips, things like that. And this thing here actually is to help make any farm supplies. So what I mean by that, with this particular production, we can make herbicide, lime, liquid fert, seeds, and solid fertilizer. So I think we're eventually going to be doing seeds, but that unfortunately requires us to make herbicide. And for that, we need manure and lime. So, in order to make lime, we need stones. I haven't gotten to that point yet. It's kind of one of those production chains where you got to make one thing to make another, and it's going to allow us to, in my opinion, to be able to better use some of our equipment a little bit more. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. And this is a seed production as well. Why did I put two different ones? I have no idea. Maybe because I was thinking of just using this one for seeds. And this one, all it takes to make seed is grain, or corn for that matter. So regardless of, what grain I may harvest, I can always put a trailer full into here. We can also do composting, and we can also make solid fertilizer. We can even do straw fertilizer if we needed to. So I do like that, especially when I know we're going to be making or building some greenhouses and things like that. Like I said, I've been working on this for the last couple of days off and on. My work schedule for my paying gig has, all kinds of weird hours right now. So I'm doing the best I can with what I got. I may, this is one that I may end up doing a future video on, of, hey, where do we stand on this farm? Unfortunately, some of the farms that I was thinking about doing that with, I inadvertently deleted those particular saves. So I apologize if you guys were looking forward to anything in particular. But keep in mind, if you want to see, later on down the road, hey, what have you done with this farm? Have you done anything different with it? Let me know on that particular video if you want to see that. That way I can plan ahead and I'm not going to accidentally delete it. Yeah. So some of the equipment that we have gotten is really from the Colossus pack that was recently updated. I forgot that I don't have either of our tractors. Well, I guess we're up to 3 tractors now. So we have the Colossus harvester. I have 2 of these guys, basically grain trailers. I have the Lizard square baler. We have the tedder. We have the spreader. And this is a nice spreader because it'll do your fertilizer, it'll do your lime, and it also will do your manure. Just make sure you select the unrealistic one. Plus, that'll help unlock like the crazy width and capacity. So we do have 82 Square Studios, TLX, Phoenix, along with the Low King Prestige Super B trailers. These are more of the unrealistic style as far as capacity. And if you're wondering what this paint job is for all of the Colossus pack items, it is their camo. Kind of try to hide some, certain things. I just thought it was cool to kind of do for once with it being an option. So this is a stationary baler. If you guys have never used this, it unfolds down to where you put your grass in this part or whatever you're wanting to bale into this part. And then it'll just sit here and it'll make your bales and kick them out on this end. And you can have it set up with the wrapper or not to wrap. Of course, we do have this guy. Some of you may see this and go, well, I didn't know you had a vineyard. I don't. This is unrealistic. And I believe it set it to 50 meters or 30 meters, something like that. So something crazy. So that's technically our plow. But I got the other one and just to give it a shot. And so that way, if I'm making a video, it's not as ridiculous. So yeah. And we do have a liquid fertilizer / herbicide production site here as well. Again, just something different, so I'm not always using the same things. I'm trying to do and use different products, different productions, things like that. This is a Hirschfeld Super Clean, so basically you just pull your vehicle right into here. It'll automatically fix it, it'll automatically clean it, and I think this one also automatically paints it or repaints it. I think free of cost. I don't remember on that part. We got our two Colossus headers. We got our grain header and then our corn header. So, funny part is I actually don't see the bars for the header on top, because that is, I do have that set to be a little on the wider side than what it actually is. And I think that's to match up everything else to be like 30 meters or whatever the crazy amount is. So that is where we stand on everything. Like I said, I have a few more plans and a few more things, so I may end up making another video after this. And I just really like the way that this turned out. I actually did it over here around the front door as well, but I did it on both sides. So if you look carefully, you can kind of see where the secondary post kind of clips through a little bit. In the middle, not so much, but in here it's a little bit closer. Yeah, the corners, I was able to kind of make it work out that way. I do like the look of it. It is a unique setup. And kind of gives me ideas of what I want to do for a fence for my dog's yard. Because right now I just have a green chain link type fence around it. So, yeah, anyway guys, I think we're going to call the video there. So as always, if you happen to like what you see, catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just select few here and there. And if you made it this far in my video, guys, I want to say thank you, and I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. And I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week. So with all that being said, we will catch you in the next episode. So take care. Peace.